we gon' lift every fist and swing. So save the Negro spiritual. It's 1992 and niggas need a miracle. And no more song and dance like we shall overcome and ain't got a chance. Y'all stuck on I have a dream. Need to put the picket sign down and get on the team. Stand up and do something. Stop begging for a meal, cause everything is real. Nigga, look at yourself, you in hell. Claiming welfare, or should I say farewell? Mr. Christian, you was too spooky. Now Bush want a slave and Russia wanna nuke me. And the most you can tell me is love thy enemy. Stay off the Hennessy, pops, I want freedom, so hand me the 9. You can pray for yours, but I'ma go get mine. Now how long has it been? 437 years, but never again. God bless America, but for what? How about goddamn America the slut? Now I can name that tune. Cause the land of the free is selling Negroes at noon. But how soon we forget? Mention the Holocaust, niggas have a fit. Sorry it's real, but I'm fresh out of tears. Cause lynch that nigga still ringing in my ears. I want freedom, justice, equality, Islam. So it's hard to keep calm when I'm accused of being racist for loving my people first. Now they wanna put me in a hearse, but black people never made white slaves. And we was too loving to put Jews in the oven. But the pilgrims wasn't so friendly then. And by the way, I never ate an Indian. So who's the real savage? 6 feet tall on the average. Count the number of the goddamn beast. To the east, my brother, to the east, say never again. Can y'all see? It's the home of the slave, land of the never free. American me, the so-called Negro, with another verse, so here we go. As long as y'all been giving me hell, no wonder it's a crack in the Liberty Bell. Do tell on America the beautiful. The bitch need a facelift for this race myth. And now for you to pull a caper, kidnap, raper, the penalty is death. Cause we ain't forgave or forgot. Blacks being murdered, tortured and shot. 600,187. It's bringing rap down from the heavens. So let my people go pharaoh. The arrow is pointed at your dome. And if we don't make it home, cancel Christmas. Like EPMD, we got some unfinished business. From way back, pay back for your sin. So pale skin, tell a friend, never again.
Whoa! Who here with me today? It's Friday. What's happening? What's good? Who with me? Hit the like sign if you're here. I had to take y'all way back. I had to bring y'all way back. I had to take you way back. Hit the like sign if you're here. Hit the love sign. Hit the heart if you're really feeling it. Is it a weekend? It's a holiday weekend, right? Labor Day. What's good, Roz? What's good, Ali? Roz, what's good? Stephanie Hyde, what's happening? Lamont, what's good? Regina, what's good? Stephanie Hyde, what's good? Cuz Brenda Early, what's happening with you? DC, what's happening? He put up a long post. He said, present, Wyatt, please text Ninja Twin some conservative talking points so he don't sound like an idiot when he calls the LWS. His call today was straight garbage and misinformed. I almost felt bad for him. Listen, man, I do what I do. I say what I say. If you take what I say somewhere else and can't present it, that's on you. That's on you. It don't make me feel good that somebody would take some. And I'm not suggesting that what he said. I don't know what he said. I didn't hear it today. You see, I was in the office today. I've had a busy week this week, so I haven't had time to really do, I haven't really been doing anything but Wyatt this week, like from my businesses to the show. Last couple of weeks been kind of, busy in my arena. And I went to Shreveport last weekend. I'm going back on Wednesday. Just a note for those. I go back on Wednesday. I have a meeting set up. Could have been Zoom. It could have been a Zoom meeting. However, I'm not into the Zoom thing. I like to see politicians, city council people. I like to see them, watch how they fidget their fingers, watch how they look at other people while we're talking. I'm not a big, internet negotiator. I got to be able to hear you breathe. It's something about that old school way of negotiating. I have to hear you breathe. I have to sit at a table and break bread with you to see if you're genuine. I don't like people that's edited, that's rehearsed. I don't like that. That's why I don't do videos with a script and sit there and edit it and then put it out there for y'all to hear. I want you to hear my mistakes. I want you to hear the genuine me. I want you to know the words that I use properly, the ones that I mess up. I want you to see how authentic I truly am. I don't want to be rehearsed. I don't want to be coached. I just want to be as real as I can possibly be. And if that means sometime being so damn real that you just say the wrong words, use the wrong synopsis, whatever it may be, damn it, hey, I'm a human being and I'm not perfect. But when you look like an idiot, when you say dumb shit, when you don't look studied up, and you have been rehearsed, practiced, and they edit and they film and record you, and you still look dumb as hell, that's what I'm trying to stay away from. I don't want to be that person. So you get mad at me or put that where you want to smoke it or all of that. I don't care. I'm tired of being Mr. Goodbar to some of you folks. You fake fraud ass, pretend to be support agents. I ain't got time for you. How about that? So I ain't about to help nobody be them. Be your own damn self. If you want to sound like an idiot, if you want to sound like a smart guy, smart girl, whatever, be you. Stand on something. What I've learned in life is the more you study something, the more you study it, the better you feel about saying it. But when you're trying to repeat what somebody else said off their beliefs, it's kind of hard to mimic it. It's kind of hard to feel that way. It's kind of hard to stand on it like somebody else stand on it. So I ain't on that. I don't need no help being me. That's what I love about going live. I could sit here, I could go at nighttime and make 10 videos if I really wanted to, sit up the night, make the videos, wake up the next day and edit it, take out the bad word that I said. I didn't pronounce that properly. I didn't say this right. Oh, that math is off. Oh, this is not right. And package it all up and give you a great presentation, but that's not authentic. We've been bamboozled and fooled by watching media and networks for years, saying all the right things. And then when it's time to do something, they don't do nothing like it was properly said. So there it is. I ain't going to keep on trying to save nobody from being who they are, man. I ain't doing that no more. It's over. And that ain't towards just one individual. You see that little post that I put out earlier today? This is the energy that I'm on today. Somebody put this out. Actually, this is a repost. I put this out. I wasn't going to talk about it, but hell, why not? I didn't got into the motion of the ocean of this. So I'm going to say something about it. This is the post that I reposted. I've noticed y'all support who you like and ignore who you think isn't important until someone you respect acknowledges them. I couldn't help but post that. I couldn't help but repost that. If that ain't what go on in my life, damn it, I couldn't describe that any better than what happens in my life since I've started Wyatt Live. It's like that in real life too. But damn it, I said, remember when I told y'all I put that post out there about Brittany Griner? But I'm attacking a black woman. Oh, it's Friday, isn't it? I might have some time to lick my wounds this weekend. So you might hear something come out of my mouth unedited, unscripted, just off the brain. You know, we used to call this freestyling back in the day. You know what they call freestyling and rapping now? They call freestyling and rapping when you have your phone, you have all your lyrics down. This is how the culture has changed in hip hop. You write all your lyrics down and then you read them to a beat that's not really yours, to another rapper's beat or some hot beat. You reading it off and you rapping. Some, the cow jumped over the moon, blah, 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 blah. They call that freestyling on the radio. Like, what is that? Like Morning in the Sway? You know what I'm saying? Like, how is this kid or this rapper that he's not KRS-One, yo? These are, at least just have it memorized and call it a freestyle. But they don't even do that. They got the phone in their hand reading the lyrics. And they call that a freestyle. That is not a freestyle, young folks. A freestyle is when you can give a MC a topic and say, talk about this. Talk about my red sweatshirt, my white hat, my black glasses, my towel. Those 4 items, put them in a rhyme. Here's the beat. Ready? Go. And he can do it. He or she can do it. That's a freestyle. I ain't never seen nobody freestyle with the lyrics on a piece of paper or on their phone, reading the lyrics, and then they thought they just spit bars. Oh, man. How easily things change. But let me get back to the post because it's more important than the freestyle. This is a repost. I think I got this one from Penny Ford, who reposted it from someone. I've noticed y'all support who you like and ignore who you think isn't important until someone you respect acknowledges them. Happens to me damn near every day. If you know, you know. And you know, it's not the fact that somebody who don't really rock with you may not hit a like on your post. I get it. I ain't really heard about that. But what trips me the hell out is this. Now, maybe I'm too sensitive, some would say, because when you're making a point, if it's not a valid point to them, they may say, well, you're being sensitive. Or they may say something like, well, that's everybody don't have to agree with you. It's not even about that. It's how people move. It's how people move around you. It's how people show you how funny they really are. And you just like it's so transparent to me, but at the same time, they think they own some slick shit. Or like maybe they don't even know they doing it. But there's been times, plenty of times, that I've said something in a post, put a post out there of my own thought. Brittany Griner to bring back one. Griner, I believe her name is. And I said something about she'll stand. Now she'll stand. She came home, being over there 9 months, didn't feel good. God bless America. She'll stand for the national anthem now. Now she cries. I remember I was being attacked by a group of women. A group of women came at me strong because of my post. It had nothing to do with being black. It had nothing to do about being a woman. It was about a basketball player going to another country, being detained by a foreign land, facing 19 years, and you didn't want to stand for the national anthem. I would have said it if it would have been LeBron James. I would have said it if it would have been Larry Bird. I would have said the same thing if the same actions was going on. Didn't have anything to do with color. But when I made that post, I got attacked. This is what's wrong with our black men in this country. All they do is attack black women. Keep in mind, these are individuals that don't even watch my show. They don't even watch Wyatt Live. You understand what I'm saying to you? And maybe the post didn't have nothing to do with Wyatt Live, but it said it clear at the top, Wyatt Live, 1 p.m. You said something towards that particular post, and guess what? Nobody said, nobody liked it. Nobody put a smile, sad face. Nobody did that. But all the people that don't rock with me acknowledge what that one person said. Yeah, I know. He better go sit his ass down, girl. He better go sit his ass down, girl. All that old shit. Same ones that be listening to the other stuff. And I'm being real cool because they're related. These are the ladies. The ladies aren't related, but the ladies are related to the people that run the ship over there. So I'm like, all right, I ain't tripping on that. It's just funny how you think I'm so sensitive to fall for that manipulative shit of now I'm attacking a black. Oh, okay. See, what happens is some people think that they are above criticism or above approachment of being correct. You know, like they can't be criticized. So what do we use? I'm attacking a black woman. Come to find out, this same Brittany Griner don't even recognize herself as a woman. Now she don't call her the mama of that baby. Now you do that, what am I attacking now? Don't call her the mama of that newborn baby. She say she's the pappy. So I guess I was really attacking black men when I said that. Well, let me rephrase it then. Let me redo that post. I bet you Brittany Griner will stand his ass up at the next Pledge of Allegiance, national anthem. I bet his ass will stand up in proud, I bless America, all I bet you. And had the audacity to get on Team USA basketball and win a gold medal representing who? The same country she wouldn't stand up for the national anthem. I'm sorry, the same country he wouldn't stand up for while playing women's basketball in America. Gold medal, cried, bit the medal, all this old shit, crying. Why they did the national anthem? Make it make sense. I'm gonna stop attacking black women. That is the new tool. That is the new tool used on black men. And I'm telling you, fellas, I don't care what ladies say today. It is a tool being used on black men in our common sense. We know what's right and what's wrong. We know what's right and what's wrong. But we, for some odd reason, have allowed manipulative tools to be used on us, and our manhood has been taken from us. We don't even act like the men of the house anymore because we too busy trying not to hurt somebody's feelings. There's a lady, I never agreed with her. There's a lady up in Cleveland, Ohio. Has anyone ever heard the name? What is her name? It's Nina Turner. She is a Democrat up in the Cleveland area. I have never in my life agreed with a woman and her political views as much as I believe I actually agree with her. And she is the far leftist. She's a Marxist. All right, so it's impossible for me and all of us to agree with everything that everybody says. I mean, I'm a conservative dude, but I don't believe in all conservative viewpoints. Fair to say, right? Well, this lady, Nina Turner, not Tina Turner, Nina Turner is a state representative for Ohio. Excuse me. And I don't think I'm going to post the link of this particular interview that I seen her talking on, and I've never heard anything in my mind as true as what she said, and I'm gonna play a clip from that video. If you don't know Nina Turner, look her up. And you're going to say, well, Wyatt, how could you believe all of what she's saying? That's not conservative viewpoints. I said I don't believe in everything she believes in. She's actually a far leftist and she's a Marxist. She believes that everybody should have the same thing no matter how much work you put in. So in other words, if my daughter, your kids, go to school and go off to be something that's just something different than the average kid coming straight out of high school, my kid has $500,000 worth of student loans they have to pay off. So they're not supposed to make more money, got more responsibility and more accountability. They're held to a higher responsibility in life, but you want everybody to make the same amount of money. You want them to be all on the same even paying scale. It makes no sense. The world don't work like that. That Marxism shit is the craziest shit I've ever heard in my life. You want everybody to just be a monolith. You want everybody to think the same way, make the same amount of money, and hold the same responsibilities. So if I'm a reckless individual and I have 12 kids out here with 12 different women, I'm supposed to make the same amount of money as a hardworking guy who get up every morning, who works for Rumpke to take care of his 2 or 3 kids with his wife. I'm supposed to make the same amount of money and live the same life that hardworking man has. No way. That doesn't make any sense to me. Makes no sense whatsoever. Y'all better look it up. If you would have paid attention to the BLM, the Black Lives Matter situation, you would have understood. Y'all would have understood a whole lot different of what was going on, who actually started it. This is why you don't hear from them today. The pimp game is over with. It's been incarcerated. Let me cut my mic down. Regina said I'm screaming. I don't mean to scream. Yesterday, the mic was low. I got this new soundboard. Nina Turner, look her up. Let me play her clip. Might be a short show. People gonna log off today. I got a feeling. Let me see if I can find Miss Turner. And then you might understand where I'm coming from. I'm gonna put the full clip, her full video. Excuse me one second. Let me find this. I'm gonna put the full video on my page, and then you can go find it from the clip that from the video. You can go find her. She has plenty of interviews and things of that nature out there. Let me see something. Is that better on the sound? Is that better? Where's Miss Turner? Let me see. Oh yeah, they're not gonna. Damn, I just had it. My bad, guys. Thank you, Regina. Hold on. I got this thing up. I just seen E said something. My sync is off. Is my are my lips moving to the sound of my voice? That's what E-Man means when he says your sync is off on my screen, my lip sync. Is it off? Donna said, I'm cool with the sound. YouTube good. Thank you, John Ludd. Thank you, Preston. Thank you, D. Dominique. What's up? What's up, D? Okay, thank you. All right, let's move. Let's move. Let's move. Let's move forward. I appreciate it, everybody. Thanks, Valerie Davis. Okay, Stephanie High said both are synced on Facebook. Thank you. All right, so I'm gonna move forward. Like I said, I really couple things we're gonna cover today. But before I do that, before I play that clip, let me tell you what I want to talk about today. I got a special clip on Michelle Obama today. Y'all know I've never said anything bad about Michelle Obama. Today might be the first time I ever say anything that might sway into the area of y'all think I'm attacking Michelle Obama. It's not me I've supported Michelle Obama in a lot of ways. Trust me. I defended Michelle Obama in a lot of ways as well, right here on this platform. But today I want to show you something from a speech that she said at the DNC, I believe, the DNC. I want to show you what I have a problem with a portion, because Stephanie Hyde, I believe, put her speech in the Wyatt Live Messenger group. Listen, my criticism comes from love. My criticism comes from a place. It comes from what I think is a teaching place. When I hear certain things that don't really add up to me, or it might make sense, but then I want to pull something out of it that I might find to be educational, I like to pass it on to the Wyatt Live group. I'd like to pass it on. All right. So, okay. Thanks, Steph. So I want to cover one clip of Michelle Obama. It's only about 15 seconds long, but I want to express something out of that clip. Then I want to talk about the Colorado situation. I have something that I want to talk about the Colorado immigrants, because, a couple years ago, I was telling you these cities that the immigrants were in and how they're taking taking over certain areas and how they're being funded. And a lot of people don't think this is real. They didn't believe it back then. And for some odd reason, denying it back then kind of makes it easier for them to say that it's not happening now. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I wish somebody would have warned us that open borders was going to result to what we see now. I wish somebody would have told us that. Another thing I want to talk about: drugs, gang leaders. Okay, I know Twin will be on board on this one. This is a very short conversation about this. I got a brother who's on a clip saying drug dealers and gang leaders are some of the smartest people that you'll ever know. We'll go over that. One last thing. Who runs hip hop? Who runs hip hop? And I don't mean what artist is the top of the chart. And I don't mean the Rushmore. I don't mean that. I don't mean who got the hottest lyrics and the hottest bars. I'm talking about who makes the money in hip hop. Who controls the industry of hip hop? Who controls the industry? Let me just say this on a slide, and then I'm going to get to it when I get to it. They don't call it masters for nothing. And I'll leave it alone till I get there. They don't call it the masters for nothing. In the music industry, who holds the masters, which is the plate, the lyrics, the publishing, owns it. That's who own it. I don't care how many times you get on the road. I don't care how many times you heard it on the radio. One of the things that Dr. Umar Johnson said that I totally disagreed with him, and I had a conversation with him, and I'm not saying, look, the brother's way more intelligent than me. His vocabulary is much stronger than mine. But when you have something and it makes sense, I don't care how you say it. Well, it does matter how you say it. But if you say it if you have a little couth about how you say things, even if it's not the way they say it and they can understand it, they still got to grab it. So I told Dr. Umar Johnson one day, we were on the phone. I told him, I said, brother, I love what you say about this and this and this and that. Eminem can't be in hip hop and all that. I ain't for that, because I do money. I do the money thing. Who's leading the sales is the number one hip hop artist. That's how you control who's generating the most money. That's how you control. That's how you can see who's the leader of the hip hop industry. But now let's look at the money of it. Who actually runs hip hop? We'll get to that. We'll get to that. I think everybody in here know who run hip hop when it comes down to the financials. Who own all the masters? Yeah. All right. Let me take a sip. Okay, I didn't get a phone call, so I'm going to get straight into it. I'm not going to talk about this very long, but I'm going to give Miss Nina Turner out of Cleveland, Ohio. She's a Democrat. I'm going to give her flowers for telling the truth about her party and the Republican Party. A lot of people may not agree with this, but I've kind of been on this level for a long time. And so when people say, if you're not with us, you must be with them, they don't understand how it is to be an independent thinker. A lot of people think if you're not a Democrat, then you just gotta be a Republican, and that's ridiculous. I mean, I don't know why we think that. I mean, it's kind of like a gang member who thinks that if you're in a gang and it's not our gang, then you're against us. But has that gang member considered that maybe that young man that you're talking to is not necessarily in a gang? Even gang members have more sense than that. Gang members don't even F with civilians. It's crazy how y'all call gang members dummies, stupid, but they do have some form of principle of they hustle. Just like if I told on a gang member, he know I ain't snitched on him. That's not even called snitching. Now I ain't saying I'll survive it, but it's not snitching if a civilian tells on somebody in the game. That's not snitching. Snitching is when you tell on somebody because you don't want to get in more trouble, so you tell on your clique. You tell on the people that you involved with. That's snitching. But if I say them boys up on my corner selling dope, I don't want my property value being torn down, blah, 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 blah. That's not me snitching. That's me just telling on their ass, clean that shit up. I ain't got nothing to lose. Maybe my life. But even gang members got this little thing of, nah, he a civilian, bro. He a civilian. But for some odd reason, I don't think the people that I mess with when it comes to politics really think like that. If I'm not a Democrat, then I'm a Republican. If I ain't a Biden or if I ain't for her, then I'm a Trumpster. I just can't be a black man who thinks for himself, who's conservative, and I'm putting my family first. I got to be labeled what you consider to be a derogatory. My God. But for some odd reason, I say that to the region that I'm in because there's a lot of people that look like me, that think like me, and I don't even have to have this discussion with them because they know exactly what I'm going through. I know exactly what they're going through. Simple. So get out your feelings if nobody's all doing what you're doing, feeling the same way you feel politically. Everybody has the right to vote how they want to vote and stand how they want to stand, feel the way they want to feel. Everybody has that right. The same folks that died for the voting rights, they didn't just die to vote a certain way that you want us to vote. They died for the right to vote. That right to vote didn't point in one direction. I remember going to school, boy, back in the day, young dudes, man, we used to get on the school bus. The first thing we did, what did we do? Where my old heads at? Let's call us old head Friday. What did we do? When you get your bus card snapped and pinched from the bus driver, what was the first thing we did when we got on the bus? Damn it, we ran to the back of the bus. Cool. We ran back cool. We pimped right to the back of the bus. The same place they took us and made us sit back when they didn't even want us on the bus. Somebody like, well, what the heck? What did that mean? I mean, why you didn't veer it off? No. My point is, people died for the right for us to make our opinions be heard. Oh, look at, you know what? I can't even be serious now because Alicia got in here. Hey, Alicia Gardner, I didn't know you was in here because when I made that comment of what's the first thing we did when we got on the bus and got our bus pass snapped, she said capped. And that's true. Forgive me. Excuse me 1 second. Lisa, I'm trying to make a strong point here, sis. Please don't come in here. Don't come in here with that. I'm trying to have, make a strong point here. People fought for us to be able to sit on the bus. Lisa used to cap a lot. She was one of the only ones that could hang with some of the boys that was capping. She at least wasn't afraid. I ain't gonna say they only had one on you. They only had one thing on you, girl, and it wouldn't have worked today. You know what it is, and think about what I just said. If you know, you know. But now let me just say this to you. People fought for the right for us to sit anywhere we want to sit on the bus, and they made us sit in the back of the bus. Now that we had a right to do what we want to do, we ran our ass right to the back of the bus where we fought not to be. That's just how we function sometimes. So the same people that fought for the right for me to vote, damn it, I'm going to vote the way they gave. I'm going to vote the way I want to vote because I have that right and people died for that right. Dang. All right, so listen, before I get on, I want to play this clip. I'm going to play this clip of Nina Turner. Some of y'all will agree with me. Some of y'all will not with me. Some of y'all will agree with her. Some of y'all will disagree with her. So let's try it on for size and see what we get. Check it out. Boy, y'all going to be mad at this one. Check it out.
No, I can't look at the Republicans, especially the federal ones, because they
What's your read on?
No, I can't look at the Republicans, especially the federal ones, because they
What's your read on why so many black men, Hispanic voters have found in Trump something to admire, something even to vote for?
Madam Editor, I'm glad you asked me that question. For me, the Democratic Party emasculates black men.
Wow.
And I think Hispanic men probably feel the same way. And I say this because they weaponize identity. When and where we enter, who we are, how we identify is important to who we are, just like our fingerprints. But if you're not going to use my identity to advance a social justice cause, and you're just going to use my identity as a blunt force object, now I got a problem. And so what the Democratic Party does, they put black women on a pedestal and they say, we're the mothers of the movement, or we saved the party. But yet you don't put forth policies that save black babies. You don't put forth policies that deal with the maternal death rate of black women and black babies in the United States of America. You don't do those things that lift and edify. Yes, identity is important. Both parties use it differently. Republicans use it to say that everybody black or brown or of a mixed race is somehow kind of way a DEI hire. They use it to say certain books will be banned. Don't tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth about how this country was formulated, because you might hurt a white child's feelings by saying that, yeah, chattel slavery existed, and oh, by the way, white powerful folks stole the land from the indigenous people. So all of those things, Chinese Exclusion Act, I mean, we can go down the list. But Democrats use it in a way that alienates other folks, and it offends me. So when I talk to black men across this country, they don't see themselves in this party. It's one thing to recognize the power and prowess of black women and the sacrifices that we make. It is another thing to put us above black men. The black struggle, black men and black women have to be together. We don't have the luxury to be separated, and so I resent the Democratic Party for doing that. And so black men do not see themselves in the party. That bravado, because we got a kind of masculine energy, and masculine energy is not all bad, but the type of bravado that Trump puts forward is still very much rooted in a hierarchical patriarchy, mm-hmm. and a lot of men gravitate to that.
Yeah, so is it, you feel in a way, it's tokenization in a way if they don't pay any attention to it, right?
If it, the mic, I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
Yes.
They were falling apart at the end of the night. But that's essentially.
That's exactly.
Is it a thing that I've seen, a lot of people, and particularly certain kind of left-wing scholars say that, yeah, we've focused on identity for a long time, and it's been a lot of words at the expense of class. class is an important element, and that is not something the Democratic Party wants to deal with. You said this about Bernie Sanders, and I talked to him about this before. Everyone knows that they thumbed the scale, to put it very mildly, in 2016.
They put bodies on the scale.
They put bodies on the scale, right? There's a follow-up question that I think everyone thinks that we presume that we know the answer to this. Why? Why is the Democratic Party, trying to box out somebody who's very popular? His policies are very popular. He's a very effective speaker. He has this kind of consistency that you don't have a conversation. Well, Kamala Harris said this in 2020. She says this now because this is the direction of the party. Why is the party afraid of somebody who could actually win? It's not like you're wasting time with somebody who can't win. I think Bernie Sanders could have won.
He could have beat Trump. I believe that they're opposite ends of the spectrum. Trump is a faux populist. Senator Bernie Sanders is a real populist who really believes in the power of the people. I think they fear it because both political parties, private organizations, I want our viewers to understand this, that control our electoral system are captured. So you have corporate capture of both major parties. And so corporations don't want us to have health care for all. Corporations don't want us to drive down the cost of pharmaceutical drugs so that we can pay the same amount that our sisters and brothers in Canada, by way of example, pay. They don't want that. And so these corporations spend billions of collective dollars every single year to lobby members of the Congress and the people running for the presidency so that they can stay in control. It is very simple. Just follow the money. Follow who's donating the money, how much money they're donating, how these corporations are investing multi-millions of dollars that adds up to billions of dollars collectively to really bribery is legal in the United States of America. So the reason why they didn't want somebody like Senator Bernard Sanders, because he really was going to do his best to put the power in the hands of the people and hold corporate interests responsible. We need real campaign finance reform in this country if we're ever going to get some of the nice things that people like myself and Senator Sanders and others were and still are fighting for.
I totally agree. Now, the part with the Bernie Sanders, she's a far left extremist who believes that Bernie Sanders would have been better than Hillary Clinton and a few others that run for the Democratic Party, Joe Biden and all of them. So she's a Bernie Sanders person. I'm far from a Bernie Sanders individual. He's more on the Marxist scale as himself. But I think she's on point about a few things when it comes down to how black men feel. And what I always notice about us brothers that always want to act like we defending the black woman, that seems to be the go-to when we want to join forces or feel like we're part of something. We don't want to be shamed and tell the truth. We just want to be on board. And if we say something against the Democratic Party and a woman standing in front of it, now we're not attacking the Democratic Party, we're attacking a black woman. And that's a tool used of manipulation. It's ridiculous to me. And I think it's a weak tool. I think it's so weak that a man would have to use something like that. Instead of his own words, he would use an object. That's an object to me at this point. Just like before this sister was even finished. I think it was Jerica. I don't want to point. She put it out there. She said, yeah, this is why black men like Trump, because he strokes their ego. I don't think Trump strokes black men egos. I don't think that's what it is. But I'll be honest and say this. It's not a far argument to say something like that. Because when you're not getting your argument, or when you're not getting your ego stroked, or you're not being seen as a strong black man somewhere, you might find it somewhere else. You might end up, and if you know what I know, if you know what I'm talking about, some people wonder why a man will cheat. I was everything to him. Maybe you wasn't everything that he needed. You was everything you wanted to be for him. You was everything you knew how to be. Maybe he needed something else that you wasn't either willing to do, didn't know to ask him that he needed. But you say that the reason why black men would vote for Trump is because what has Trump ever said in public about black men that you would consider to be an ego rubber? How has he ever stroked any black man's ego? Tell me. What has he ever said that you think a black man dumb enough to fall for that would be considered him stroking somebody's ego? Name it. Name it. Make it make sense. Name it. Name it. Name it, Roz. Let me go to the phone line. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with? Hold on. Hold on 1 second, caller. My bad. I hit you. I had you on mute. Hold on 1 second. Good afternoon, caller. You there? Gonna be one of them days. Hold on 1 second, caller. Okay, caller, you there? My bad, caller. I think I may have just hung up on you. If you can call back, feel free to call back right back. Let me get this phone line set up right. My apologies. Okay, caller, you there? I'm going to take you off the thing here and put you on the speaker. We're going to have to do it old school. For some odd reason, it's not showing up. Caller, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, man.
Okay, what's going on? Twin, I'm sorry about that, bro. My phone line is acting up. It's a Friday.
You had all day to fix that. You had all day to fix that.
I had all day. I had all day to sit in my house and not do shit all day. I don't have no job, no nothing.
I bet you found that red shirt, huh?
I got on a red shirt today.
Yeah, I bet you found that without no problems, huh?
No problem whatsoever.
And you felt you was like, hey, I'm gonna put this on today, right?
I said I'm gonna put this on.
You didn't put the wires together, though, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I just got a mess. First of all, I gotta say happy birthday to my mom.
Oh, happy birthday to Twins' mom.
Yeah. It have been 80 today, Wyatt.
80.
And stuff ain't. Yeah, yes, sir.
Wow.
It have been 80 today. She was still on her. I know she ain't have it, and I'm proud of what she did and stuff for God in my life.
That's good, bro.
Yeah. You know the feeling. Why when they say I know the feeling and all that. No, you don't, because your mama's still here. Well, It's been almost 20 years since she been gone, man.
Wow.
And I still, right to this day, White, I still cry like a little girl. But hey, we got feelings, White. We all got feelings and stuff. You know, I cried, broke down this morning and stuff. About 1 o'clock this morning, crying.
Sorry to hear that, Twin.
I know the tears right now. I'll wait till I get out the phone and crack them up. Nazi.
I understand.
Hey, Wyatt, what I want to talk about? I was looking in Chicago, man. Okay. I was looking in Chicago, and it's like, this lady had to resign and stuff because she said that Tim Walt's son was weird. I don't know if I'll send it to you.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to look. I haven't seen anything about that. You say that she said something about his son. Is his son handicapped or something? I don't know. I'm just asking.
I want to say he probably got like some type of, I don't know, some type of what you call it, probably ADHD or something like that, or whatever they call it.
So he's challenged in some kind of way. He has some type of challenge. Okay. Well, I don't think it's cool. I don't think it's cool to
But people probably, but she probably, probably didn't know. Maybe I'm considered give her that pass. She probably didn't know, and she looked at him like he's weird or something like that. You know how people talk.
Yeah, but that's a foul ball. That's a foul ball to me.
Yeah.
That's a foul ball to me. I don't know about getting someone fired. I think a reprimand of some sort might be sanctioned, but I don't know about firing them.
Yeah, she had to resign because she's the head volleyball coach up there. So, she was a white lady. She had to resign.
I got you.
So,
I understand.
And then the second thing, thank God, man. Thank God last night, Wyatt. His friend I ain't seen in a long time. It's been about a couple of years. I ran into her at the grocery store. And she said, Tony, what you been up to? I said, no, happy belated birthday and everything. She said, meet me at the Cruise Inn. I said, huh? I said, my daughter stay over there across the street. Exactly. So something told me, I said, okay, I'll be there about 9 or whatever. I was procrastinating and all that, and I ain't really want to, be around nobody because, celebrate my mom, and I was too much emotion. But I said, all right, forget it. I'll go run and see my daughter and then meet you at Cruise Inn and everything. Something told me, don't go, Wyatt. Don't go see your daughter. Don't go meet her. It was an angel of God or somebody on my show. Don't go. Wyatt, I was at my house. I stayed toward Lincoln Heights. Well, I stay in Lincoln Heights. And I was about to go, Wyatt. So I'm procrastinating. Here it is, 10:30. Then, you get the pop-up messages and all that. And next thing I know, I get a news break. Shooting at Cruise Inn.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
And then, oh, girl, I said, Shorty, you all right? You all right? And then I'm like, I call my daughter. Hey, mommy, where you at? I'm with grandma. Oh, okay, love you. Bye. And stuff. She had a grandma call. I had my daughter directly stay across the street from that Cruise Inn.
Okay.
And I'm thinking there's bullets, in the parking lot, White. Man, come to find out. I don't know how true it is. How people, he say, she say. I don't know how true it is, but I asked Shorty, I said, man, I ain't go up there, baby girl, you all right? She said, yeah, man, twin, I'll call you back. She had a birth and everything. And so she called me back within an hour or two, maybe 2 hours. I said, baby girl, you all right? Where you at? I said, I told her, man, I got this breaking news on my phone and stuff. You told me to meet you up there. They shooting up there. She said, yeah. Oh, go fast niggas and all that stuff over a bitch. I said, what? And they said the man, what? They said the man called another man, hey, he up here with your shout and stuff. And dude come in there, shoot the place up, man, shoot dude there. I said, man, that's some fuck boy shit there. I said, I thought they were played out. Niggas still killing all this monkey money. I said, that's cold blooded, man.
Yeah, they are. They are. I mean, it's really once again emotional people out here with guns, specifically men. I don't see a lot of women. It's funny because we blame women for the how emotional they are. Most women that get emotional out here and stab and shoot somebody, if it's a man, it's because of domestic situation more so than be out here. I don't see women out here doing drive-bys on one another, but our emotional men are out here shooting each other because they get a call talking about your girl up here with another dude, and they don't care who in the way of the bullets, they shoot. It's crazy to me. I don't get it. But these are the same men that are raising our boys or are influencing our boys. And it's just weird. It's just crazy to me. It's crazy. I mean, we don't talk about it, but it's going on. It's going on every day.
Yeah, man, I'm saying, but thank God, I didn't go up there. It's crazy.
All right.
Yeah,
what else you got there, twin?
You talked about what you said about the gang leaders.
Well, I haven't talked about it yet, but I have a clip that I want to share with. If you stick around after your call, I'll play the clip.
Okay. All right, dude, I'm gonna holler at you. I don't think I got too much to say. Whether I went off a little bit on the radio and stuff, and how they come at me, and I was telling Lincoln where he asked me why I won't call in to Al Sharp. I said I ain't calling in for him. And he said, "That's not true. That's not true." I said, "Okay, you older than me. You should know." I said, "I know that's your crony or whatever you want to take up on or whatever. He listened to you, but I'm not scared of you or him. So it is what it is. He worked for the Fed. He was working for the police. It is what it is." And then you said something about snitching. And the CLU says it's called accountability.
Yeah.
They don't say it's called snitching or whatever.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know it, being a former, gang person. I mean, y'all don't, the gangs don't really mess with civilians. That they off limits. Now, if you're a civilian working in, a jewelry store and y'all do a heist or something, yeah, you had that's civilian was in, in the way of what y'all was trying to do or whatever. But as far as like taking somebody out, they don't do that. They don't deal with civilians. And I'm not trying to say that that life is the best life at all. I was just saying that there are some type of principles, whether we agree with those principles. They did have morals and principles and guidelines of what y'all touched and what y'all didn't touch. That's my point.
Exactly. Like, basically back then, why it was, hey, you see a kid or a woman out there, do not shoot towards that weight type. It was principles and,
Yeah, well, that didn't always work out. We know.
No, it did. It did. It did. And there was a violation all across. It did. Like, though, if a woman tell you, hey, you can't sell that dope right here, hey, you got to respect or whatever. Even though, man, after you type in your mind, it was respect. Now you do that, they don't care. You better get out my face, old lady, old man, or whatever.
Well, yeah.
Back then, when I was growing up, we stood on principle and code, man. And anything after that is a violation. Man, you out of order, man. Go see the man. Type stuff.
Okay.
But right now, back in the day, I kid you not, man. It was struggle, man. We was about to take over. We definitely about to take over, man. Back in the late 90s or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's about to come out and, the government, everybody get locked. Man, they locked up the GD, white school, all across, man. Because we come together as one. It was gangster disciple, why? And then it changed to growth and development.
I got you.
On, man. We was about to, clear everything from Chicago, Detroit, all the way around. The government saw it coming. Oh, no, we can't do this. Just like back in the day when Marty Martin was getting it loose. Then after here come Fred Hampton, they was making noise. Hey, no, with the Black Panther, no, we got to put a move. These black people coming about. What the hell is going on? See, people don't understand and realize, man, it's just not about gangs that was doing something. There was more than that. As black people, we were strong back in the day, but y'all look at like, hey, you killing black brothers and all that, and it wasn't almost just like that, man. You got to defend your territory by all means. You just ain't gonna let nobody come in your house and take up. No, you don't belong here. Regardless if I got a weapon sign, no, you ain't welcome in my house. But people don't realize that.
All right, twin.
Hey, wife, you have a good day. You and your family. You probably ain't know Monday probably is.
Is Monday a holiday?
Labor Day.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know yet, man. Look on my page. We'll know. I'm leaving Wednesday. I'm going to Shreveport on Wednesday, so I might come on Monday because it's gonna be a short show for me.
Yeah, and I just hate when people, I don't like all this, jealousy and envy and hate for no reason. But every time, regardless of what you say, people go label you as a Republican, white. So you talk about this, you talk about that, sports or whatever, what's going on in the world. But they say, just like me, if you're not a politic and stuff, you say you don't like talking about, well, why you talking about it or whatever. But if you got something to say to me or anything, don't put it in a damn chat. Just say it to me in my face or inbox me. Just like somebody on Lincoln Ware, old school dude, was on there yesterday. He gonna DM me and come out some, hey, I could just get you on board and everything and get you educate you on the Democrat and everything. Because they're Trump. Nigga, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I got one more day and stuff, and you go bring that BS to me about this and that. I don't want to hear about no damn Democrat or Republican. Between you just misled. Nigga, who the fuck are you? You in the chat. I don't care about this, man. And I had to go off and everything. You sending me a damn thing like I'm your broad or something. Nigga, kick rocks, goof ass old nigga.
All right, twin.
And I don't like all that crazy stuff, man. I'm not with that.
All right.
No, people, all right, man.
All right, twin.
You and the people in the chat, man.
All right, brother. You have a good weekend, okay?
I'm going to try, man. I'm going to try. That's all I can do is try.
All right, brother. Have a good weekend. Talk to you. Sorry about that. I don't know what's up with the phone line. I'm going to give it a shot. Let me see if I can get this thing to work out right. Let me see if I can get it to call and make a better. Give me 2 ticks, fam. I can't get this thing to work. My apologies. I don't know what it is. Once it goes out, it's out. My apologies. I tried to get the phone lines because you know what? When people come in and want to say what they got to say or whatever, I want you to call me instead of putting it in the chat. If you got a problem with me, call me and tell me what your problem is. If you got a problem with what I talk about and who I am and what I do, call me with it. Stop all that old bullshit. I'm different. I'm not a radio dude. I'm none of that. I am me. You're not from that. Stop. I'm being kind. Motherfuckers, boy, you would tap dance on a real man's nerve, and I'm going to tell you, you really don't want to do that. You take that shit to somebody that'll kiss your ass. I'm not going to kiss your ass. Where were we? Oh, Fame. Wednesday I leave. I tried to reach out to you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Fame? I'm leaving on Wednesday. So like I was telling Twin, I leave on Wednesday. So I will probably be here on Monday because next week is going to be a short week. I'll be out of town. I'll be in Shreveport on Wednesday and Thursday. I should be back. I'll be back on Friday. I'll be back on Friday. So I should be back on the air on Friday. I don't know what time Thursday I'll be back. So it's kind of hard for me to tell. But we'll touch base. How about that? I'll put a post out. I'll let you guys know what's going on. All right. How about that? Let's do it like that. Let's get back to what we were doing. This is what I want to do. What's going on in Colorado right now? What's going on in Colorado? I got a clip. Y'all put me on to this one. Fame, I'll call you on Wednesday when I get there. There's something I want to discuss with you about why I'm even going. Okay, it was what we talked about on the phone the other day. But I'm gonna need your opinion on a couple things because I don't know how that works. I don't know how that functions. Okay, I really don't. So I'll need to be caught up on speed on how that works before I go in and say anything about that industry. I know absolutely nothing about that industry, so I won't be talking that industry. but I'll be seeking some of the opportunities that industry might have there. You know what I'm talking about. Sorry, guys. My apologies. I had to pass that message to Fame, because when I reached out to him, the brother he doesn't know how to return phone calls. He don't know how to return phone calls. He just know how to answer the phone when he feel like it, and it's cool. We'll play on your team, on your time. Let me do this. Let me find this Colorado clip. I want to know what's going on. What's going on with the immigrants out there? Huh? What's going on? I know there ain't no problem. I know they said it wasn't going to be no problem out there. There it is. All right, there it is. I don't know. Was it Twin that brought that to the platform first? He said something about, have I heard about the immigrants out in Colorado? And he said Aurora, Colorado. And I was like, wait a minute, hold on 1 second. I knew about Denver having problems. They're having the same problems that Boston is having, the same problems that Phoenix, Arizona is having. You know, what's new? Well, Twin said something about they took over an apartment building. And I wasn't really sure what he was talking about. So I looked into it and I seen a few stories and I tried to balance it out. I tried to figure out what was going on. And I'm like, is this real? So I did a little bit more research. I called, I have family that live in Phoenix, Arizona, and they have ties to Colorado, and they all listen to the same stories. And, stories travel a little bit later than other stories. So if it's not really what people want to talk about, then you don't find it. It probably don't fit into your algorithms when you're looking on your phone or on your laptop or whatever. But yeah, come to find out it's real. So I had to go to some of the news stations in Denver and Aurora to find out if it's really real. Let me show you what I found. Hey, this show, listen, folks. Let me just keep on going.
Nigga, the Venezuelans is taking over.
Oh, they just jacked that nigga shit.
They just jacked them? Oh, me. These niggas is out here tripping. Bro, damn, they done made a mess of shit.
Nigga, y'all are on bullshit out here. They is on bullshit.
Oh, shit. What the f? Yeah, they're tripping. Nigga, they cracking off in the air and everything. They driving over the... Nigga, we almost just got hit. Bro, these niggas is on bullshit.
I pulled up one of the news stories that I seen. I'm gonna let y'all see that. See what you think about this. That was just some type of clip that the brother went live with his phone and was showing what they were doing in the parking lots and the takeovers, the things that was going on out in that apartment complex. This is what I found.
The city of Aurora has become a focal point of the migrant influx in Colorado after a recent wave of violent crime reportedly linked to a Venezuelan gang.
Fox 31's Ashley Michael sitting down with Aurora's mayor, Mike Kaufman, to talk about it this week on Colorado Point of View.
Earlier this week, we told you Aurora police would be partnering with both the Colorado State Patrol and Colorado Bureau of Investigation to create a new task force aimed at dealing with the migrant gang problem. There have been shootings, other violent crimes, and apartment complexes reportedly taken over by a Venezuelan gang called Tren de Aragua, or TDA for short. Mayor Kaufman says the problem is when Venezuelans come across the southern U.S. border, the U.S. can't get their criminal backgrounds like they can with migrants from other countries. That means some violent criminals are settling here. But the question is, why do the problems seem more prevalent in Aurora than other parts of the metro area like Denver?
The reason why I think the focus is on us right now is that, we've had some buildings that were fairly run down in pretty much the northwest part of the city. It seems like the pattern is out of state, I've used the term slumlords, where I think what occurred is in the state legislature, they appropriated $2.5 million to give to nonprofits, and I think I want to find out how much the city of Aurora, the nonprofits in the city of Aurora got.
We also talked about the city's newly named police chief and whether or not Aurora is a safe place right now.
Here at 5, the new video surfacing today showing a huge problem with what some are calling gang violence at an apartment complex in Aurora. The video shows men entering an apartment building with several weapons and then busting down a door.
And all of this taking place at the apartments, which had become a crime hotspot in that city. Fox 31's Vicente Arenas was at that complex today as people were moving out, fearing for their safety. Vicente is joining us live from that complex with a closer look at that eye-opening video, Vicente.
It is eye-opening, Erica. It is significant because this is the first time we've actually seen what has been happening inside that apartment complex at different times. This video, there's 2 different clips you're about to see. One of them, people carrying guns, and another where 2 people are just trying to break down a door. The video shows a group of men walking up a stairwell at the Edge Lowry apartment complex in Aurora. All of them appear to be carrying rifles and handguns, and the video shot earlier this month. One of the men can be seen talking on a cell phone. They all then gather around a door and go in. Another video clip shows men forcing a door open. But what or who they were searching for, not clear. The video was shot in the building where Cindy and Edward Romero lived until today. They loaded up their stuff and moved out.
It's been a nightmare. I've never owned a home before, so this was my first purchase.
She lives just 500 feet from this recently vacated apartment complex near Colfax Avenue and Nome Street.
They got the notice on a Wednesday and they were kicked out on Tuesday. So when it was happening, people were just throwing their things out the window.
The city of Aurora said it shut down the complex because living conditions are unfit for human habitation and code violations dating back to 2 years. While the management company claimed they could not do any maintenance or repairs because the complex was overrun by a Venezuelan gang.
There's nowhere for them to go. So they park in front of the house and they sleep when they can.
Max says it causes her street to be lined up with cars, sometimes blocking her own driveway. She captured this photo of a tent and people camped outside near her street. Aside from that, she's also noticed an uptick in crime like break-ins.
They've taken tools, they've taken the batteries. I'm not sure that they have necessarily monetary value. I lost my husband. And now I'm losing his things.
Aurora police telling Fox 31, since the abatement, they have had 2 calls to the 1600 block of Nome Street, both labeled as suspicious occurrences and relate to being on someone's property and ringing a doorbell. Both have since been cleared, but Max still has fears.
We've lost our security and we've lost our freedom to live in our home. You're afraid to leave because it's not in the middle of the night and it's not in the middle of the day. It's around the clock.
Wow. Wow. Horrible. 2 years ago, we had this discussion of a lot of people won't say anything until it's on their doorstep. Remember that post I put out there? Is Cincinnati a sanctuary city? They didn't want to hear that. A lot of people fall back because it's not really on their doorstep. But when it gets to you, you're going to have and now here's my question to you. Do you honestly feel that the city of Cincinnati has the leadership to prevent something like that from happening when we have sanctuary city status? Now, here's the combination of what you have to pay attention to. What did they say in that article about the properties being not kept up? Can you think of one building in mind that can happen to in the city of Cincinnati? What is that, the Williamsburg or something like that they're having a problem with? Can you imagine that same situation coming in, being taken over? I mean, do we have the leadership to be able to fight what makes Denver less powerful than Cincinnati? What makes New York less powerful? Let me explain something to you real fast. I have to be honest about something. The reason why certain people try to come in and infiltrate the show and don't want me to talk politics is because they don't want you to pay attention to the things. Just disagree with me. You ain't got to act. See, you don't have to clown. Just disagree. I can respect a disagreement, but how you try to control how I'm going to control my show shows what you're trying to do. Just trying to prevent me from saying what you don't want to be said. Is very transparent. You're okay what they talk about on the radio all day because that's where you want the focus to stay. Just disagree with me and move the fuck on. Start your own fucking show and you can talk about the shit you want to talk about all day. But when somebody has a different perspective, I got to be the bondsman and all. Bonding is 8% of what I do. I'm a real ass man. I'm an employer. I write, I cut checks. I have a staff. Don't narrow me down. You would never know anything about that. Never. Never have, never will, and never will do it. Some people deserve to be dumped on their head. The reason why they don't want you to hear different stories of what's going on out here, because then they have to explain it. How do you explain this? No, you know what the real reason was? And then I'm gonna get up out of here because what I'm not gonna do is fuck my weekend up. The real reason was this. They thought I was gonna come on here and talk politics today about that dumbass conversation that went on last night on CNN with the vice president. They knew the shit looked crazy. They knew there was no answers. There was no policy. They knew it was a flip-flop, and I'm just not that guy. I'm not trying to convince you who to vote for, who not to vote for. That's not what I do. But they wanted to bring their clonies in over here just to see if I would be over here destroying her for what she really is. Now, y'all can get mad at me if you want to, but I've been very, very fucking kind. The truth of the matter is, Vice President Harris was not on my mind. All you had to do was watch that shit last night. That's all you had to do. And I'm not going to talk about it because I don't have to talk about it. You know what? It's almost like, why beat a dead horse? You know that old thing? Why would I continue to push and push and push at something that's proven himself to be what it is? I seen a very uncomfortable person last night talking about something that they really don't want to talk about. And that's what they thought I was going to be talking about. And they wanted to come over here and try to throw me off my circle. Or he ain't gonna, if he gonna go in on her, see, he blocking. No, that ain't what it was. What were we talking about? What were we talking about? Trolls. That's what they are. No answers. Think about it. What do you call a person that's been saying the same thing for all these years and getting the same outcome? You have all the leadership, all the representation, all of the equity that you want in positions forever. What do you call those people that still aren't satisfied, not getting results for what they've been bitching and complaining about all this time? What do you call them? I call them irrelevant. What I seen last night spoke for itself. I don't have to come on here and denigrate and down that lady or chop up her, like most podcasts that I know that are conservative. They chewing it up. They spitting it out. I'm not going to do that. I don't have to do that. Listen, I'm not going to convince anybody to vote any differently than they've already planned on doing 6 months ago or 2 months ago when they decided that Joe Biden was jumping out, or 30 days ago, whatever it may have been. So I'm not here to do that. But the troll shit is ridiculous. Ladies, my apologies, but that's just some girl shit to me. That's girl shit to me. Boy, I tell you, you got all day. They got way more shows than just this one. They can down whoever they want, talk about who they want to talk about, put them down and all that old shit. But you gonna come over here and tell me, I bet you he talking about politics. He say he don't never talk about politics. Fuck, I don't talk about race cars either, but if I want to talk about NASCAR tonight, I'm gonna talk about it. Come on now. Why wouldn't you want to hear a difference of opinion? I listen to it. Amazing. Some of y'all, boy, I tell you, I guess you got to serve something. I guess you got to be part of something. If you ain't really doing nothing, you got to be part of something. I think they had a song about that. Anytime you want to compare records, feel free to do so. People, our people. Amazing. I'm going to do this one just because I feel like it. I'm going to do this one just because I feel like it. Just because you don't want me to talk about it, I'm going to do this one just because. And then I want you to answer why it is this way. Somebody answer this one for me. Let me see. Let me find this one right here. Let me see if I can find it. I think it was the one thing I told you I was going to say about Michelle Obama, who I've always praised on this show. I've never said anything about her, bad or anything. But here's a point that I don't agree with. Let me see. What did I do with it? There it is. Generational wealth. Generational wealth. Michelle Obama said, in today's society, we will not be able to pass down the equity of generational wealth. She said that in the DNC. That's what I got from my cousin Stephanie Hyde's post in the Wyatt Live Messenger group. She said that we would not be able to pass down equitable generational wealth. Check this out.
Michelle Obama has spoken at the DNC and said a line that says,
we will never benefit from the affirmative action of generational wealth.
Now, this is a bold claim for someone who has an $18 million house on Martha's Vineyard. So I looked up Sasha Obama's net worth, and as of 2024, she is worth $10 million.
Wait. The daughter?
The daughter.
What the hell is she doing? Is she also selling some kind of paintings that we don't know about?
Well, think about it. Michelle just said we will never benefit from the affirmative action of generational wealth. But her daughter is worth $10 million already, and she inherited $8.5 million through her trust fund. Okay. Oh. Which includes many real estate assets and investment in stock markets, according to Forbes. So they're telling you on one hand, you will never benefit from generational wealth transfer, but then their daughter is already worth $10 million because of a wealth transfer from one generation to the next. So it's super hypocritical at its highest to be talking to a certain set of people and saying, hey, just, you're poor, you're not.
Maybe it's me, but that makes a lot of sense. And that's what I've been talking about. And that is, how could you be sitting back telling people that we'll never be able to pass down generational wealth? However, that's exactly what you're doing. Why don't you tell people how to do it like you're doing it versus telling them how you're not going to be able to do it, how they're not going to be able to do it? That's what my platform is all about. Stop listening to these politicians and let their reasons of why we're not doing something. Our reason is because of what they say. That's the reason why we're not passing down generational wealth, because of what she said. But wait a minute, your daughter had an $8 million trust. Where'd she get that from? Generational wealth. And then you get a $2 million stipend. You're worth $10 million. I would rather be told the recipe than be given a piece of the cake. Let me make my own cake. Just give me the recipe. One last thing, because I'm about to break up out of here. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to enjoy my weekend. But one last thing. This is me trying to tell, hold on. This is me trying to tell people about hip hop, who runs hip hop. And I could use this for another way. I'm a little heated under the collar right now, so I'm trying to watch what I say because I don't want to disrespect my listeners, my family. I don't want to disrespect anybody. I got a little bit more couth than that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to share frustrations with you. And this is not a better day to do it. Couldn't think of a better day to do it. But this is Dr. Umar Johnson, who's trying to tell this young man who really controls hip hop. And I actually feel Dr. Umar Johnson. This is only like a 5-second clip, but I love second 1, second 2, second 3, second 4, second 5. Check out his reaction when he's trying to tell you what's going on. Check it out.
Hip hop itself is an institution.
That's run by white people. What the fuck you talking about? Jews own that shit. Fuck is you saying? That ain't no institution.
Jews can't own.
White people own that shit.
Jews can own the music business. They can't own hip hop.
Look at this shit.
They can't own hip hop. Hip hop itself. Hip hop itself is an institution.
That's run by white people. What the fuck you talking about? Jews own that shit. Fuck is you saying? That ain't no institution.
Jews can't own.
I'm sorry, but some people they just don't get it. They just don't get it. And sometimes you lose your cool when you're trying to talk to people who just don't get it. We get there sometimes. We get there sometimes. I think the frustration is, right, Valerie Davis, what the fuck are you talking about? Exactly. These guys are so used to a certain way of thinking that they don't even see the intricacies. They don't even see the slave. They don't even see it. They really don't even see it. After trying to be so cool for so long, and then you get this mentality that just don't understand because they driven their way and they have all this way of seeing things because it's been that way forever. I asked the question at the beginning of the show, who runs hip hop, the industry? And some of you had the answer correctly. It was Jewish people. Now, think about something. If they make their money selling derogatory lyrics and disrespecting the women and the children in the music, if that's how you can sell the music, why would you want it to change? Why would I want my product to change? Even if it's hurting other people, it's not hurting my household, but it's hurting them. I don't care, because I'm gonna buy the property, I'm gonna buy all the community up. I'm gonna buy the property up. Now, who own all them? Who own all the Section 8 properties down there? That's why they vote the way they vote, folks. That's why they want the policies to stay the way the policies are. They want those people to stay enslaved. They want to keep pushing the same music because they own the industry. Oh, Emmanuel said, Omar, it's Umar, but because I know you would correct me. It's Umar Johnson is talking about the music business, the business of hip hop. The person he was talking, hold on, it moved. Hold on. He said, he's talking about the music business, the business of hip hop. The person he was talking to is talking about the mindset and the mentality of what hip hop is. His point is Jewish people can't own a mindset, but they do. Even I understand what you're talking about, E. But if they control the narrative, they control the mindset. You said it yourself. If they can make artists write certain music to get a deal, they can saturate a market with that idea, with that music, with those lyrics, with that mindset. If I came into the gospel music game and I could take it over by certain lyrics, then record companies would probably gravitate to me, and then I could change it. He says, I'm not saying that I agree with the guy. I'm just saying the difference between what the two are saying. I know what you're saying, E, but Umar Johnson is saying that the young man don't understand that who controls the money and controls the industry, controls the narrative and controls what's out there. So yes, the man that signs the checks runs the industry, runs the mindset, because he's signing the checks to make mindsets be put in place. If you believe that saying bitches and hoes is good, if you hear it enough, write it down in your lyrics and we'll make them adjust to our lyrics. We'll make that the normal. See what I'm saying? We'll make it, instead of it being what do you want to call it? Instead of it being, let me just say this to E real fast. E, instead of it being dysfunctional, they make dysfunction a normal thing. It's very dysfunctional to call your women bitches and hoes. That's a dysfunctional action. I don't think that anybody that's how, when you have a little boy as a mother, if that little boy is out here calling bitches and hoes and all that, he's probably saying the same thing to the mother. See what I'm saying? That little boy didn't heard it through the music. He didn't heard it from a man saying it to another woman. That dysfunction becomes a normal. Then he hears it in the music and it becomes even normal. That's why today you have women who have never called themselves bitches saying it with such ease. It's become normal. I'm that bitch. It's become normal. And when you control the industry, you make normal, you make things hype. Listen, there's 1 million artists out there. Only a fraction of them influence the industry. A fraction of them. And then what happens? The ones that end up being hot, the duplicates come out. The recycled people come out. The people who want to be like those that are talking. How many sexy reds are now coming out? How many duplicates? Every label now wants a sexy red. They're not going to sign a good girl. They're going to sign a sexy red girl. Who's signing them? Who controls it? If I was somebody coming in and I'll be honest with you. This is why Cam, The song that I played at the beginning of my show today, and I'll play it on the outro. The reason why they don't want artists like Cam with major deals and major distribution is because he was a unified rapper. He unified people. This will never happen again. Listen to the lyrics. Y'all listening to politicians talk in 2024 about we ain't gonna go back to that. We already there. What the fuck are they talking about? We are not gonna go back. We already there. We ain't never left where we ain't gonna go back to the 90s where this started. What are they talking about exactly when they say we ain't going back there? The conditions? We ain't gonna go back to suffering as the middle class? What are they saying? Who are they talking about? What are they saying when they say that? But I know what Cam is saying. It'll never happen again, because in his lyrics, he's talking about how we need to structure ourselves. Oh, no, Jerica. Point taken, but let me tell you why she's falling off. She's a perfect example of if you go against the grain and if you say the things that people don't really want to hear, you can only go so far. It's not they don't like her music, babe. Excuse me, I don't mean babe like that. Like, it's not that they don't like her music. It's she's not politically correct. How all of a sudden she out there shaking booty brown and all that old shit. And it doesn't help that people like myself are attacking her and saying things about the schools that let them into the school systems to do Spirit Day or talk to the students. I don't know, but it's not a good look. But before we came around and exposed the nonsense and the dysfunction becoming normal and her smoking weed on school grounds and coming to the schools smelling like weed and all that, it was just going in. She was doing what she was doing. Top selling artist. Now we starting to give some blowback to that. That's what that is. It ain't got nothing to do with don't nobody like her music and all that anymore. They ain't messing with her because she's not part of the establishment anymore of talking that shit. Let her be on. If she was talking that Vice President Harris gonna win it, we gonna win it, y'all, we gonna win it. Well, they'll booty brown her ass all the way up to the charts. They'll keep her where she was 6 months ago. But the simple fact that she somewhat, if an artist says that they endorse, they don't endorse anybody. All they got to do is say something positive about them, and that's an endorsement to some people's mind. I think it's an endorsement. When she says, oh, no, I fuck with Trump, she just endorsed them in the black community's mind. But if she never said that, it'll be right back. It'll be right back to, she'll be who she was 6 months ago. Soon as she said something about Trump, her numbers fell off. And those numbers are never real anyway. Those record numbers are never real. Now, the tour dates and all of that, that could be for another reason. That could be that Jew guy saying we not, because they own the tours too. You don't think so? They don't just own the the record labels. They own the booking agents. They own the industry. Who owns Williams Morris? Who owns William Morris Agency in New York who book all these artists? Who own it? Look into it. Look into it. And I don't care if you own a dealership, a car dealership. If you own a car dealership, and if the owner owns every car dealership in town, and he's going to make everybody buy a van, because that's all he putting on his lot are vans, then everybody will be riding around the city of Cincinnati in vans because he controls the narrative. He or she controls what you purchase. Then, Davis Denise, you know that's where my mind is. But I want some of these people that got a problem with what I'm talking about, see if they'll open up their wallets, see if they'll go to Shreveport and do something for the shit they argue for. See if they'll start something from scratch instead of bitching about somebody else's scraps. See if they'll go be a boss, if you want to call it that. See if they'll go somewhere and start something so they don't be bossed around, or they can call the shots and not have to worry about what a politician is moving for them. Let me see if I can get this before I get out of here. I'm on my way out. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
Oh, I caught you just in time. This is the Imperial Fame Wall Street.
Hey, Fame. How you doing, brother?
If I were any better, I'd be twins.
Uh-oh. Okay. Well,
yeah.
What's on your mind, brother?
Not twin the caller. I'm saying twins. Two people.
I got you.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I can deal with two of you. That's what I was saying. Uh-oh, too.
Oh yeah, if it was a second me, the second one would need a permit in like 40 states.
I got you.
You understand me?
I got you.
I was calling because, well, first of all, I got you about Shreveport. Before you get there, you will see my actual phone number in your messenger box. You just call me directly on that.
Okay.
You know, because I'm out when calls through messenger, that's not be missing your what do you call those group chat phone calls. I be trying to catch them. I don't have the notifications on and don't know how to turn it on, so I don't even bother it.
Neither do I, bro. I couldn't even tell you how to do it.
Yeah. Secondly, that clip of Umar cursing like that was telling. In the 7 or 8 years I've been dealing with Umar, I've never heard him curse.
I know you get to that point sometime, though, bro. There's a breaking point sometime. You get frustrated, and I'm not condoning it, but yeah, you get frustrated sometime, man, because you know, I think older guys get frustrated like that when they're dealing with younger people, because younger people have this persona like they know. And they, you know, sometimes they
don't understand. They don't know what they don't know.
Exactly. And I think that we all handle it different. I can't say that I've ever done that before to a youngster, but I've definitely done it to somebody who's older and should know better.
Right. But him being involved in education, I mean, you would think there's a modicum of patience. And apparently he just wasn't having it that day.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I agree with you, bro, but at the same time, man, like, out of thousands of videos, I've never heard, you know what I'm saying? I've never heard anybody. I've never heard, even when he was on Roland Martin and Roland was tap dancing on his last nerve, he kept it professional.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, he just, whatever he was trying to convey to that person, they were so out of it, so unclever and just so unwith it that he just couldn't deal with it anymore. You know, an intellect using the F word like that.
Yeah, well,
you know what I'm saying? Just, you know, with that lack of patience.
Fame. I think we all lose patience when we're out there dealing with so many different personalities. He's not a regular person sometimes. Like, if it was like, for instance, there's people on this platform that say certain things that I don't agree with. I would never go off on because I respect their opinion. But there's some people that I just can't tolerate because they really aren't serving the right purpose. They just trying to be a chaos agent. So I understand how you could go off on certain people at certain times. And from the outside looking in, let me just say this to you once. When I lived in New Orleans, Fame, I had a family. My mother had a family come stay with us from Cincinnati. And they were the nicest people in the world, just visiting for a whole week. By day number 3, I couldn't put up with nothing else. They drank all my Kool-Aid, ate my last candy bar, ate the little bit of cereal that was left in the box. Everything was getting on my nerve. And by day number 3, I was so frustrated that I was out of my body and I went off on something small, Fame. It was just who drunk the last piece of the Kool-Aid.
Hold on. What are we considering small? What cereal was it?
Bro,
if it's Captain Crunch, I'll put you in the box behind a Captain Crunch.
Listen, how did you know it was Captain Crunch, bro? How did you know it was the peanut butter Captain Crunch?
Because let me tell you why. Because when you lived in New Orleans, I was down there too. I lived down there at that time too. I remember you from there too. So I remember you from LeBlanc, and I remember you from Parish 8 in New Orleans.
I lived in Jefferson Parish.
Yeah, that's Parish 8. Or you go by the numerical system?
Yeah, I just said I lived in Jefferson Parish. That's all. But listen, let me just say this.
Yeah, I know you peoples, but go ahead.
Okay, well, listen. It was the Kool-Aid. You would think who would think, bro, it was grape Kool-Aid. Who would think that one sip of Kool-Aid would knock me off my circle? Well, bro, when it happens every day and I come home and I can't wait to get that Kool-Aid. You know what I'm saying, bro? It just be the smallest thing sometimes. It's not just one difference of opinion. It's not this. Sometimes it's not what people do to you. It's the reason they do it is what makes you, mad.
Well, the fact that it was great, the fact that it was great Kool-Aid shows that at times you're mad niggerish.
All right, you're going to take that back. But yeah, it was great Kool-Aid. It was great Kool-Aid. But my point is, it wasn't even the Kool-Aid. It was what built up to that point. It's not always what people say. It's the intent. It's their intent. It's what they're trying to do to you. You understand what I'm saying,
But the
bro?
great Kool-Aid was the coup de grace, I guess.
Fame, let's get off the Kool-Aid. Let's get off the cereal. I think you know what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm saying. That was the breaking point. Like, you just couldn't take it anymore.
Well, okay. It was the Kool-Aid. Whatever it was. But the point is, it's not the difference. Like, you and I don't agree on everything. I don't agree with everybody. Right. I don't agree with Emmanuel. I don't agree with Jenny. I don't agree with Stephanie. I don't agree with everything everybody says. I see Drop is here. I don't agree with everything that everybody says. But it's sometimes, it's not what you say. It's what you say and the reason why you're saying it. What you're trying to do to me is what really messes me up, what makes me angry. It's not what you say. It's what you're trying to do. And I know we all know that. It's manipulative games. People come in and they have no intentions of proving you wrong of what you're saying. They just try to rattle you away from what you're trying to do and what you're saying because of what their own selfish reasons may be. And I have a problem with that, not what you say.
I'll tell you what, for a guy that only have been in the game for 4 years or whatever, you're pretty astute there. Because, for the 20 years I've been calling these talk shows and podcasts, I noticed that. But I'm always called this and that, for responding to it. Well, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just a caller. Like, damn. So I'd imagine how a host feels. You know what I'm saying?
Let me just say this to you. I do know what you're saying. It's not an easy thing to do. All right. This is not, it looks easy to just sit up here and talk and blah, blah, blah. But it's not really the easiest thing to do because you're balancing and taking, you're juggling a whole lot of things at the same time, trying to keep a thought. And then you got to deal with a troll. And it's like being a comedian and I'll just use this reference. It's like being a comedian at the Going Bananas. And then you get this heckler in the crowd who's seen your show 4 times. And what they do,
got nothing better to do but heckle you.
Yeah, have nothing better to do than finish your jokes or finish what you're about to say and mess it up. And they're doing it not because they love the joke, not because they disagree with the joke. They're doing it to take your crowd away from what you're trying to do. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly. And knowing in the history of stand-up comedy, in the history of stand-up comedy, no person in the fan has ever gotten the ass by heckling the comedian.
Well, it
just shows where your mindset is. You whack like that.
Yeah, but you're right. And here's the difference. I'm not a comedian. I'm not a radio dude. I'm not a podcaster with a boss. I'm none of that. You got to keep in mind who you dealing with when you dealing with people. Everybody don't play them same games because everybody don't have them same restrictions. Do you understand what I'm saying to you, Fang? Everybody don't have to follow the boss or the executive who's handling shit. I don't have anybody to answer to. You got to deal with me. That's just how it goes.
Exactly. According to the illustrious twin Gene Joyner, you as real as penitentiary steel.
Well, listen, I'm not a bully. I don't mean to sound like one. I don't do that. But anytime, and anybody that know me know what it is. Like, I'm not a fighter. I'm not a bully. I'm not one of them guys that press down on nobody, but I don't get pressed down on. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I always invite. All we got to do is go to the gym. Just give me 3 minutes. That's all we need. We'll hash all this shit out with the headgear and the gloves on in 3 minutes. And it'll be all Gucci after that.
That's what I like to tell people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a wave cap. I'm not a do-rag. I'm not a wave cap. But if you brush me, shit won't be so. So if you brush me, shit won't be wavy. You understand me?
I hear you.
So yeah, that's all I got, B. Hey, have a good weekend. Just wanted to let you know that I got your message from you, and that Dr. Umar's joint was good. I'll holler at you next week. Until then, y'all be safe. Have a good weekend. You know them people gonna be out.
Yeah.
So be careful where you're driving at, and I'll holler at y'all whenever.
All right, Fame. Take it. Have a good weekend. Thanks for engaging with us. I'm at the top of the hour, y'all. That's pretty much my time. Before you get out of here today, listen to these lyrics and you'll know what I'm about. And all them old fake ass trolls and them people that like to say all that old goofy shit, whatever they say. And listen, here's the bottom line. If they're not moving nothing, they ain't saying nothing. If they ain't making your life better, they ain't saying nothing. If they not putting people to work in their communities, they ain't saying nothing. If they're not employing people in your state, they're not saying anything. If they still saying what they were saying 30 years ago, they not saying anything. And the only people that's going to keep shit the way it is those people that's still saying what they've been saying 30 years ago. They can't say it'll never happen again because in their mind, it's still happening. And the rest of us are still moving forward. So listen to the lyrics of what I'm about to put on you. I'll see you guys Monday, 1 o'clock.
Lift every voice and sing. Yeah, but we gon' lift every fist and swing. So save the Negro spiritual. It's 1992 and niggas need a miracle. And no more song and dance like we shall overcome and ain't got a chance. Y'all stuck on I have a dream. Need to put the picket sign down and get on the team. Stand up and do something. Stop begging for a meal, cause everything is real. Nigga, look at yourself. You in hell. Claiming welfare, or should I say farewell, Mr. Christian, you was too spooky. Now Bush want a slave and Russia wanna nuke me. And the most you can tell me is love thy enemy. Stay off the Hennessy, pops, I want freedom, so hand me the 9. You can pray for yours, but I'ma go get mine. Now how long has it been? 437 years, but never again. Bless America, but for what? About goddamn America the slut? Now I can name that tune, cause the land of the free is selling Negroes at noon. But how soon we forget? Mention the Holocaust, niggas have a fit. Sorry it's real, but I'm fresh out of tears. Cause lynch that nigga still ringing in my ears. I want freedom, justice, equality, Islam. So it's hard to keep calm when I'm accused of being racist for loving my people first. Now they wanna put me in a hearse, but black people never made white slaves. And we was too loving to put Jews in the oven. But the pilgrims wasn't so friendly then. And by the way, I never ate an Indian. So who's the real savage? 6 feet tall on the average. Count the number of the goddamn beast. To the east, my brother, to the east, say never again.
Pause. E-Man, you said if they meet me in the rain, but you meant ring, and they win, does that mean that you'll agree with everything they say? Think for the rest of your life. Now we can find out. We can find out anytime they ready. I'll bring the gloves. Anytime they want to find out, just let me know. Put it on my schedule.
Can y'all see? It's the home of the slave, land of the never free. American me, the so-called Negro, with another verse, so here we go. As long as y'all been giving me hell, no wonder it's a crack in the Liberty Bell. Do tell on America the beautiful. The bitch need a facelift for this race myth. And now for you to pull a caper, kidnap, rape, or the penalty is death. Cause we ain't forgave or forgot. Blacks being murdered, tortured, and shot. 600,187. It's bringing wrath down from the heavens. So let my people go pharaoh. The arrow is pointed at your dome. And if we don't make it home, cancel Christmas.